Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to PSGL PlayStation Division Formula 10. This is, well, I should say the second round of the season, but this is going to be the first one broadcast, because last week we did have internet issues here on the channel, and unfortunately we could not bring you any action. However, I will reveal the results. The winner was Jippo BTW, followed by Alpha M, Nano Bacon, Jacob Reaper, DXT Matty, Jan Raven, Frisky Biscuit, Aero, Delta, and NRO. They were the top 10 finishers, and that is the top 10 in the championship tonight. We have 19 drivers, a couple absentees. It is the Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to all who celebrate it. Honestly, I don't, but you know, that's just me. So we're getting underway. We're qualifying here today. As we know, 18 minutes to set the best lap you possibly can around Singapore. Yes, the very first night race in F1 history. And of course PSGL as well. PSGL has been running for, has been running for 28 seasons now. I hope we got a good internet connection today. So we're on board with ILR Vettel. He was not in last week, so this is his debut, well, not debut, his first appearance this season. So you see him come around after the bridge. Well, I should say bridge, it's over the water. This is right next to, well, this is the Marina Bay circuit. As he comes through the float section is getting demolished eventually. So I wonder what that means for the track. Will they take that bit out and make it a long straight? Maybe replace that as the third DRS zone? Alright, he comes around the final corner to start a lap. There are some rules about that pit lane entry, by the way. I will just explain as he comes toward the first corner right now. The purpose-built section, and the rest of it is road. Oh, and that's a very timid exit out of the corner. Turn number 4, I think it is. Down Raffles Boulevard. All the DRS in the world you'll get. And braking here, don't go too wide or you'll have your lap invalidated. Tight corner here. Towards Padang, and now it's for the old Singapore Sling. Well, the old Singapore Sling. Singapore Sling does no longer exist, that's where it is, though. As we come across the Anderson Bridge, which has changed over the years. And to the back, and then you're going to go through here and towards Connaught, turn number 14. That'll be end of sector 2. Now the final section, you'll be going to the float section. It starts off with a little turn here and another turn here. Here, Esplanade, and through the float section, through this little tunnel section, which goes through the float stand, which is fantastic. And then the final 3 corners. There's the pit entry again. And coming around to set a lap time of 1:35.455 for Vettel, not the real Vettel, obviously. Nano Bacon has invalidated his lap. Should be on board with Horo. He's coming around to set a time, and he 9 thousandths off. That's pretty unfortunate. You see everyone setting their times. NRO doing a 1:35.5. Alpha M a 1:35.5 as well. Jacob Reaper coming across the line, and he is unable to get anywhere up. He's the worst time so far. Until Mad Scientist crossed the line. We should be going on board with Josh, who is invalidated. So it should be AJB. I'm going to get these stewards. Hang on. Why is it not advertising? Why is it... Am I having problems again? I'm trying to check something, guys. For some reason, the stream is not advertising on the Discord, which is weird. F10, okay. So yeah, as we were saying about the pit exit, the pit entry, I should say. I'm sorry. Getting them confused. There's the pit entry there. You have to be committed to the pit lane if you're going onto the left side of the track and beyond that line. And once you go into there, you can't go across the curb. That'll be a corner cutting penalty. And if you go in after, what's it called? If you go over the curb with two wheels, that isn't allowed. Crossing the pit entry isn't allowed, obviously. You can't like go into the middle of the curb though. Like if you cross the curb and go into the pits, that is illegal. Top time is still Vettel. Haro is second. Maddie has just set a lap. Some of them going on mediums. Oliver's going on softs. As we see, Nano Bacon has already invalidated his second attempt. He'll have to start from scratch. See Rulo on mediums here. Rulo did not score last time in Bahrain. Comes across, almost cuts the curb, but he is on 9th place so far. I do not believe anyone else is on a lap. There's a lot of like right angles and braking zones here in Singapore. It's 5 kilometers, but the lap times are slow. That means the race could reach 1 hour like it did last week, because 57 laps of Bahrain short, nearly 1 minute lap, safety car, you're going to have an hour. This might be an hour again. So we see Josh is on a lap now. Coming through the first section here. So yeah, as we're saying, I just don't know why it's not advertising. Vettel is still the top time. See Vicky coming around to start his lap. Jeff Pro has invalidated. Do believe that Josh is still on a lap here. He's coming through the Anderson Bridge. What? Okay, that was weird. It didn't want to change view. This game is weird. Don't go too wide here at Connaught, or that will be an invalidation. Their white line, putting all 4 wheels past the white line off the track is an invalidation, and I do apologise for that pop-up. My battery is getting low. Josh comes round the final section here. His time is the best one of the lot. It's in fact the first one under 1 minute 35. I do apologise for this. I'm going to check if my battery's charging. Yep, there it is. And we shall continue on. Only 4 viewers. I think that's because of the stream not... well... just don't think it wants to load up on the Discord. Which is very sad. On with Jonna VDB in the Haas. Haas driver is a reserve. He did not finish in Bahrain. So we'll be looking to try and get some improvement here, get a result. He's running the number 42, which I think is who's 42 again? Oh, it's Jackie Robinson's number, of course. The legendary baseball player. And he sets a 137.0. Separates, it's 2.1 seconds slower than the leader though. They are going to be slow laps here. So you're with Haro trying to improve on his 135.4. He is nearly half a second down. Oh, he's pitted. Oh, he wasn't on the lap, I think. Yeah, this leaderboard's somewhat confusing. Who is coming across the line? He's on an outlap. Frisky Biscuit has just... what is that view? That's horrible. Horrible view. Enough criticising my lap. Vettel is invalidated. And he's doing another lap on softs. Interesting. NRO is invalidated. Anyone that hasn't invalidated, please? Heavy T, I'm not sure is on a lap, but we'll check in with them. Just want to say hello to all the people watching the stream. Try and promote us as much as you can so we get some watchers. Not in places where you should be though. And, Heavy being a gentleman and letting the other driver past, I think. Yep. I think that would be... is it Frisky Biscuit? Has to be because Jippo's in the pits. Jippo, the championship leader after one round, 16 points. And Nano Bacon goes second. It's an all-Williams front row. Is it 1997? Come through the final sections here. Frisky Biscuit, 7th in the championship, goes 10th in this qualifying session here at Marina Bay. Starting to get to the closing stages of qualifying. Everyone will want to put in a last ditch effort to try and get up as far as they can, as we see Mad Scientist goes madly through the final section and does not improve. Well, he does improve, but not in terms of position on the leaderboard. He will have to settle for 15th. He's probably got one last chance because these laps take a long time. We're going to go on board with Alpha. He goes second and 14 thousandths short of Josh's time. Josh must be relieved he's still up at the top. And AJB is coming round. And he goes third. Sorry if I didn't catch that. In fact, this game is broken. There he is, third on the leaderboard. Aero F10 has pitted, so I think we are looking for... Nano Bacon's pitting, I know that. Oh no, wait, he's invalidated. What? Josh on his final lap now. Well, eventually. I don't know who to go on board with. Can't see anyone apart from like Delta's invalidated, I think, or has he just started his lap? He's just started his lap. Oh, and he's invalidated. He went too wide on the entry, and that is an invalidation. All four wheels went off the track. I was supposed to have a co-commentator tonight, but unfortunately he has not showed up. That's a big rip. We see Gippo, our championship leader, with 16 points. Something that's unheard of in the F1 world because it's 25. I think that's way too much for a winner. I think it should be... Right, I mean, it isn't too much. It's just too much compared to second. He gets 18. I mean, it was worse back then. Oh my goodness me! And that's Gippo out. He'll be starting last. Unless Red Dragon doesn't set a time. Alpha decides not to put in another run. We're just going to click the I quit button. Oof. Yeah, you got to be careful when entering raffles. Not raffle, like raffles for prizes. I mean raffle boulevard. enter raffles, okay, but be careful when in this raffles. It's a long straight and it's very unforgiving. Josh trying to improve on his provisional pole time. There's a yellow flag in sector 2 for Rule. Yeah, Rulo's the only AlphaTauri driver because Yuki Tsunoda is Yuki Tsunoda. Why am I referencing real F1 drivers? 102.264 through the second sector. Now don't go too wide here, he does it perfectly. Now going into the float section. Here's Esplanade, or Esplanade, whatever. Into the tunnel. The tunnel of float. And now the finale. Past the Singapore Flyer and into the final two corners. And the time is... Oh, he's absolutely blowing them out of the water. 1:34.479. I don't see anyone beating that, but I'm probably going to lose my house if I'm wrong. I probably bet my house on this. You notice there is a problem with the graphics. And Red Dragon gets onto the leaderboard. So he will not be starting last. He probably couldn't start last anyway. Now we're going to look at Nano Bacon, Josh's teammate. He's going to set a lap now. And as you see, Josh not giving the slipstream because that is not allowed. Rulo's clicked the quit button in this qualifying session. Maddie trying to set one more lap. Who's coming to the line? I think it's... No, it's not Vettel, it's... Delta's pitting, isn't he? Yep, Delta's pitting, so... That'll be him out of the session. Who should be on board with? Joro. Joro goes 4th, and I missed it. And NRO's crossing the line. And 7th. Vettel, I should say, not IRL. Vettel is struggling to find a better time than 1:35.455. 1:03.186 through the second sector. You see all the drivers on the left letting them through, so they get out of the way and let them set a lap. That's the sporting way to do it. But the Williams drivers feeling confident about their times. But will Vettel in a Ferrari? I mean, it is the 2020 game, not 2021. Going through the final corner, will he be able to topple Josh's time? No, it's just 4th for IRR Vettel, and that's his way it's going to stay for him, I think. Maybe not. I do believe that everyone else has crossed the line. Okay, Mad Scientist is pitting. Yeah, that's it. Josh is on pole. Josh is on pole with Alpha M in second. Josh had a horrible first race. He did not finish, but he is here on pole position. Alpha M second, AJB third, ILR Vettel fourth, Horo fifth, Nano Bacon sixth, Matty seventh, NRO eighth, Jacob ninth, Aero 10th, Gippo, our championship leader, or is it Gippo, BTW, I'm not sure. Please let me know in advance. He's going to be starting at the back because he did not set a lap. He had that big crash. And then we caught it on camera as well, which is even more glorious. Glorious. You see some of the drivers, Aero here set his best time on mediums, which means he gets to start in the mediums. Very interesting. The others in the top 10 have to start on the softs. For the guys below 10th, they're going to be given a free choice, but that ain't a good thing. That's actually unsure about what to do. I think this is going to be a two-stop. I mean, I rarely see one stop, but yeah. One stop's probably going to be medium hard. If you're starting on soft, I doubt you're going to be doing a two-stop. A one-stop, I'm sorry. So we're going to get into the race now. 10 viewers right now, thank you for watching and tuning in to F10 in PSGL, the Premier Series of F1 on PlayStation. The Premier F1 Racing Series on PlayStation and PC, but for some reason, with the introduction of the PC and with Jarno Opmeer joining in, everyone's just watching the PC, and it's kind of sad really, because PSGL was built on PlayStation, and until season 27, we were solely PlayStation and went to PC and Xbox, which sadly does not run anymore. But, of course, the PlayStation divisions are probably going to be here for life. I mean, our change in business model probably never, like, fundamentally change. I mean, we'll probably have PC for a while, but, you know, I'm surprised. Well, this league was created back when there were not many leagues. PSGL was probably one of the very first. In 2011, or is it 2010? I can't remember. But anyway, here we go. Qualifying. It's the race. It's the race. The qualifying results determine the grid. Of course, Gippo stuck at the back because crash. See the top 9 starting on soft. 10 to 19th starting on mediums and hards. 4 drivers on the hards: Vicky, Delta, Red Dragon and Rulo. Reminder, the top driver tonight, the winner, will score 16 points, second 12, third 10. Reminder, we've also got the other division, F9 as well, and we've got F8 on 8 o'clock. And tomorrow we have F1 to F7, including, and PSGL will be next Thursday. PSGL PC division will be Thursday, after returning from its week break because of the Challenger Series. And that will be in... Oh, they changed it, didn't they? Yeah, they changed it. It will be in France, not the United States, like it was originally going to be. But for us, next week will be in Austria. To come through the final few corners to finish the formation lap, just to get their tyres warm. Of course, starting on cold tyres would be an absolute nightmare. As they come towards the final section, warming them up for the final time. Actually, the AI will take over. Depot has all the work to do if he wants to conserve his championship lead. So we are about to get underway. The driver is starting to line up onto the grid. Waiting very anxiously to get underway here. Here come the lights, they're on, and they're off. And Alpha switches sides, and one of the four racing points goes out of line, nearly into the wall, but it is Josh leading the way. Now let's see what's happening behind him. It doesn't seem to be much of note. This is Jippo starting to make some moves. He's already up into 17th. He's passed Mad Science and St. John, and there's a couple of guys off, and it's oh Jesus, that is Jacob and NRO. They've both collided, and it's a virtual safety car. This will slow the pack down. Jacob and NRO have had a collision at turn number 4. I think that's turn number 4. No, turn number 5. And that's brought out the virtual safety car. Look, NRO's NRO's wing has come completely off. And that will mean a trip to the pit lane, a very early trip to the pit lane. But the virtual safety car has ended and we're back underway as Josh heads towards the Anderson Bridge. With IRL Vettel in tow and Alpha M right as well. Vettel went up 2 places already. It's been a fantastic start for him. Can he take first position on the first lap though? As they come around Connaught. And now into the float section. Very fast right here. Going to keep it very careful around the tunnel section. Sorry about that lag. And starting lap number 2. That leaderboard is wrong. Please ignore that. And I am sure that Jacob has damage as well. Please ignore the leaderboard, folks. That is incorrect. Jacob's going to come into the pits, and I'm sure NRO will also come into the pits. And there's an incident in Sector 1. I'm trying to figure out what that is. The leaderboard is not helping. There's no way that Jacob is in 10th. He's just pitted. Jippo's not first, by the way, but he is making a move on Vicky for 16th, and up he goes. Actually, no, 14th. No, 13th. It's got to be 13th because Jacob can't be in first. Jacob is not first. He's 18th. But we're back to the leading pack now. Josh, followed by Vettel, and Alpha M and Nano Bacon, who's about... well, he can't be 3/10 behind, surely. I don't know how they haven't fixed the leaderboard. It's not hard. There is a big train forming between the top 5. Haro also in on it. AJB trying to join the fun. There we go. There's the leaderboard fixed. As they come round to start lap number 3, and that means DRS will be enabled. And what's this? Alpha M's coming into the pits already. Now, I wonder what's happened here. I don't think he's suffered any damage, but whatever it is, he'll have... oh wait! What's happened to Josh? I completely missed that. Josh has spun out of the final corner. I was so focused on Alpha M already pitting. He's lost his wing. He's lost his front wing. I think he must have spun at the final corner, and Josh had another moment of bad luck, and he is well down the order now. 16th, wing damage and all. Alpha M has decided to go mediums very early though. Is he trying to do soft, medium hard? Medium's probably pushing it, but Josh, oh boy, this has been quite the start so far. Vettel though continues on, and there's a spinner that is Rulo, and that's ghosted. So yeah, he spun into the wall, lost his wing, and he's actually left the session. So that's pretty much an impromptu DNF. So he will not be classified. He'll probably be disqualified for leaving the session. Well, not disqualified, just not classified. Can't classify a driver who's pretty much not driven it himself, can you? Come around to start lap number 4. It's Vettel, followed by Nanonaken, followed by Jaro. See here. Red Dragon and Jippo. Jippo already up into 11th. Making a lot of work, 3 laps and all taking 8 positions. This is a yellow flag. Mad Scientist is spun. It's not been a good day for the McLarens. We had Jacob Reaper go off in lap 1, and now lap 4, Mad Scientist spinning. And there's a battle between Red Dragon and Delta here. Oh no! Red Dragon! Red Dragon spins out of control, in fact, spins around. Yeah, I think him and Delta got too close for comfort, and Red Dragon is the victim. He's come off worse, and Delta will probably be an investigation for that. As Jippo now trying to get through. I think it's very close. Look at the margin. Minimalistic margins. But he'll get the DRS as he comes out here. Ding goes the DRS. You see the green lights giving him the all clear for the DRS, but not close enough. Sliding around Connaught. So now come through the fault section. But it's going to be very interesting what the soft runners will be doing, because these soft tyres, considering the distance, won't last long. Now Horo's come in, he's going to undercut. He's probably going to do what Alpha M did. Or is it Alpha M? I'm not sure. Red Dragon should be pitting, and yes he does. He has damage, of course. And Horo's going to go the hards. Very interesting. We'll see how it plays out for him. How will he fare on tyre management? That's also very crucial here at Singapore, considering there's a lot of braking zones, a lot of tight corners. And Jippo completely cut the corner there. That is a time penalty for his third warning. You see there, the intersection is large enough to fit 2 sections of track in. Of course, the track width is 12 meters. It gets tighter some places though. See Heavy T looking for a way to get around Frisky Biscuit for 6. Matty is well in front of him. 5th position. Oh! Arrow spun! Arrow spun in the float section, and my goodness, that's if this was real life, then I think that would be a red flag. But this is the game, you're ghosted, so... Oh, Nano Bacon's pit, and he's been in the pit lane. That's a 5-second penalty. And Vettel and Delta are also pitting. That means AJB though has stayed out. AJB has stayed out. Very interesting. He's going to go the extra mile on these softs. Will it pay off for him? Of course, if you stay out on these softs too long, your tyres will wear out and your lap times will get higher and higher. By that I mean worse and worse, slower and slower. Joro and Vettel have went... Oh! Vettel and Joro are battling! They've just come out and they're battling. Oh, now Nano Bacon's in on it. These three just pit, and it might be tears for one of these people. Or might end in tears. Joro and ILR Vettel went for hards. Nano Bacon went mediums, and you can see the difference in performance. Actually, no, not the difference in performance of the tires, because the medium runner is actually behind. But the medium, although faster medium tires, oh, that looked like a corner cut there. Medium tires are faster, but they diminish quicker than the hards. As the hards last longer. Can sometimes be a middle ground as Nano Bacon going for ILR Vettel's 9th place. He goes wide and loses some speed there. That will put ILR Vettel back into the fray. But not past him yet, as AJB has stopped. He's going to box in his Alpha Garage, and it looks like he's going yellow walls, so that will be the medium tires. Frisky Biscuit now in the lead, but remember, he has yet to pit. Everyone has to pit at least once. Bona fide, because you have to use two different compounds of tire, so you can't use 2 mediums, 2 hards, or 2 softs, or 4 softs. You have to use a combination of like soft, medium hard, soft hard, and all the 3. Or 2 of one and 1 of the other. It is totally up to you. See, the gaps at the front are getting tighter and tighter. In fact, Jippo, who, would you believe it, started back of the grid, remember, because of course he didn't set a time after that crash in qualifying. Now chasing Heavy T for provisionally 2nd, as these guys are in the mediums, will not be pitting for a while. I'm still not sure if medium hard is possible. They'll come around to start lap 8. Frisky Brisket trying to get as far away from the others as he can. Nano Bacon, meanwhile, going through the tunnel, is attempting to take 5th from Horo. They'll come around to start their 8th lap. 31 laps is going to be long, and Nano Bacon's going for a move, and he makes it stick. Up into 5th place now. Medium runners, however, are still fighting as well. We have Jippo on the back of Heavy, of course. It's a very unusual circuit, this. There have been changes, of course. The Anderson Bridge was moved to the other lane. Can't remember when, but it was after the removal of the Singapore sling, and we've lost a driver. It's Mad Scientist. Now, where did this happen? I think it happened just before the finish. In fact, it's a virtual safety car. We have our first casualty of the race. I believe he's disappeared. Looks like he might have lost it at the wall. This will slow the pack down to by 40% of their speed. Once it ends, they have to keep under a certain delta as well, or they will get a drive-through penalty by the time it ends. And Horo is a victim of PE. He's been given a drive-through penalty. He's sped on the VSC and will have to pay the price, or pay the fine, I should say. Time is money in this sport. Okay, it's not, but it's just an expression. Heavy T. 1.1 seconds behind Frisky. And Horo is going to serve his drive-through penalty. He is paying the penalty, paying the price, paying the dues, paying the fine, and then getting McDonald's, which I actually had tonight. And there you go, he gets it out of the way, he doesn't have to worry about it, but that will cost him time. He's down in outside the top 10 and behind his teammate as well. In fact, here comes Alpha, who just nicks 12th off of him very keenly. Actually, a battle happening behind them too. Vicky has been passed by Aero though, so that's him in the top 10. Now looking at the battle between AJB and Vettel. AJB's just pit for a new set of mediums. I have Vettel on the hards. Coming through Connaught, looks like he's going for the move. AJB into 6th position. Very nice move there. And his next challenger, Bacon, is 4 seconds ahead of him. Jippo's got DRS, but it's not going to get him anywhere. The gap 5 tenths and change. Give or take a few. Vettel gets a penalty for going off the track. As Jippo being very close to Heavy T, but not close enough. He needs to build up. He needs to find time and then use that time to try and find a move on Heavy for, well, I would say second, but remember these guys have yet to pit. Look at that big stand, it's huge. It's getting very windy out where I live. I have AJB trying to get back at, no, Vettel trying to get back at AJB. When he'll come around here, he'll get the DRS, of course. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, lap 11 has begun and Jippo is still trying to get past Heavy, but he just can't. He just can't. Not in the meantime, anyways. But hold on. The gap's getting smaller and smaller. The DRS will give him a boost. It's on now. Will he make a move? No, he can't get anywhere. He can't seem to get anywhere, even with the DRS. And Josh has been given a penalty. Nano is in the pits again. Nano in the pits again. Did he get a driver as well? Something must have happened to Nano Bacon as well. Please let me know if you did get a penalty, because I didn't see you got one. It only said Horo got one. Oh, God's getting closer for a second, and he's trying to have a peek there, but... And Nano gets another penalty, speaking of Nano. But no, oh no! Jippo's giving him a push! They look like they were intertwined. They were coupled together on a leash. And Heavy gets a penalty! Heavy is a penalty, and now that makes them even. Right? Oh, don't cut it too much. He'll come around Raffles Boulevard now. Surely he'll try and find a way to get past Heavy. He's been stuck behind him for ages, God knows how long. But Heavy going to the left. Going to the left. Very interesting, and he's went... oh, sorry about that. Lag. He did not go off, but, you know, everyone's internet connection sucks, so can't help it. He must be getting very impatient though. Oh no! Red Dragon's crashed into the wall! And that's a very dangerous incident. A virtual safety car isn't on the racing line, but, you know, I'm surprised it's not a full safety car. I was about to go on Red Dragon because he was getting close to Aero, or was it Maddie, but not anymore. He's out of the race. Red Dragon fails to finish for the second week in a row. Yeah, everyone's got to be careful not to get a drive through, or you will be facing the consequences. And it looks like nobody gets a drive through. We're all good. We are continuing on. The virtual safety car has ended without Red Dragon. Frisky's pitting. Frisky said, let's go get the new tyres. As the other two say, no, we're going the extra mile. This must mean it's an undercut. I don't know why my words are getting slurred up today. It's not usually like this. Frisky going out on hards. Looks like he could get these to the end. He'll probably be burnt by the time it's over though. This promotes Delta into third on his hard tyres he started with. He'll be pitting for mediums in a few laps. Now the battle for the lead. Hey, remember when Jippo was in last? Well, we do remember he did win last week, but we didn't catch it because the internet went, and Heavy... What in the world? Yep. Lag is in full force today, but now Heavy is under threat from Jippo here, but Jippo can't get close enough to get Heavy. Do apologise for the constant lag, but you know, that's life. You can't be completely perfect. You can't have this in the real game, in the real sport. In the real game, this is the real game. I mean, I can hardly imagine people make knockoffs, and Heavy's pitting. He says it's time to pit is now. And he will be changing to the hards. Wait, will he? Yeah. That means Gippo, who was once... Well, who at the start was dead last after a qualifying crash and setting no time, is now in the lead. He won in Bahrain. He might be able to do it again if he can build up a big enough gap with these medium tyres. He's at least 20 seconds ahead of Frisky Biscuit. Delta is yet to pit. I'm not sure AJB is going to be pitting again. I'm not sure about Vettel and Maddie, but I think Gippo might be able to pull this off. Got 8 viewers. Don't know what happened to everyone. Nice race. Oh, hello, George Morgan. Pedal to the metal, buddy. How's it going? George Morgan, of course, the commentator for the PC division. The biggest one of the lot, as we can see what is going on. Heavy's probably having horrible connection issues. Don't know why this is happening, guys. It shouldn't be. Aero had to... Yeah, he did have to pit. He had damage, didn't he? Yeah, at one point Aero was stuck in the float section, like sideways. Don't want to do that again. Oh, and Matty's got a penalty. Matty now has 3 seconds added to his race time at the end of the race. You didn't get placed. Sorry to hear that, buddy. I couldn't compete either because I didn't have a time to race. I was going to race last season, but it collided, it conflicted with a commentary gig, so I had to decline it. Sadly. But I'm hoping to be in season 29 with the new F1 game in 2021, which will be coming out in July, I think. Please let there be Imola, Portimao, and dare I say it, Jeddah in the next game. Please have classic tracks. That'd be great for league organisers to have like other races on the calendar, like Brands Hatch and Mugello. Imagine Mugello. But anyway, back to the action. AJB and Delta are now coming to blows soon. I mean, the medium tyres of AJB somewhat worn, and then LR Delta's very old hards, 14 laps, not pitting territory yet though. Whoa, bit slidey. There's no grip on these hard tyres, let me tell you. The amount of grip you get compared to the softs is minimal. That's if you're the F1 newbie. If you're experienced F1 watcher, you would know that. Round the final corner. Let's have a check on the other train here with Matty, Heavy and Aero. Coming around the final corner. Gap starting to build. Aero starting to fall back. That's not what we want. He's still getting the DRS though. As Matty comes around the first section. But the gap's closing now. AJB's gonna have a look. Oh, whoa! Holy smokes, he nearly lost it. But he managed to keep it under control, trying to pass LR Delta. He slid off to the left, and actually his rear tyre hit the wall, but doesn't seem to be any damage. No damage. That was close though. He's still trying to get up and close to Delta in a place where you really shouldn't be overtaking. The Singapore Sling, which, oops, does not exist. Now he'll be coming after the Anderson Bridge. He'll get DRS. He's giving him a tug. He's giving him a tag. And then that gives him a warning. He's coming for you. And Connaught, he just doesn't get anywhere near of overtaking him. Now coming to the float section. As they go over the curb. Oh, that's not a good place to put camera. Now to the tunnel. Will there be any change here? No, it doesn't seem like it. Is it starting to fall away? He's losing a bit of time. This is a provisional battle for second place, and Delta's pit. He thinks his hard tyres have went enough. He spent 16 laps on those tyres. And he'll be going to the mediums, and he'll have to run pretty much the same distance on the mediums, and this is going to be problematic for Delta. These tyres haven't been proven. Actually, I stand corrected. Jeppo is still on the mediums. But please remember that he's got to use 2 compounds. So he'll be on... His hards won't be as worn as the others. I know what he's trying to do though. He is trying to extend the life of these tyres so he can get a big enough gap so when he comes out the pit lane, is it raining? It's starting to rain! Can you believe it? I know why he is not pitting now. It's because it's starting to rain, and as soon as the grip falters, he's going to get in on the intermediates. This has fallen into Jippo's hands brilliantly. He can pit now and not worry about anything else. I didn't even think it was raining. Where has this rain come from? The BBC website is wrong again. And Jippo's still going to stay out in the pouring rain with 2 minutes for 2 minutes. My goodness, this guy has some bold strategies, but they probably pay off. He won in Bahrain, and he's 14 seconds ahead of the field in the wet weather where no one has changed tyres. Well, this just got interesting. He is trying to extend. It's mad. Frisky Biscuit getting close to Vettel, but no, it's going to get very tricky in these rain. You can see the bits of rain coming on the halo there. Yeah, it is raining. Not enough to justify a change of compounds, but that means Jippo doesn't have to use both compounds, but he's probably going to be having to use the wet compound, the intermediate tyre. Everyone's going to be on the intermediate tyre, and that will last to the end of the race. So this will even up the playing field. It will be all about driver skill. Gap's actually decreasing, but I think that's due to the wear on Jippo's tyres. His tyres are 17 laps old. And with this rain planning, I think it's paid off beautifully for Jippo. He started dead last. He's 13 seconds ahead. The pit stops take 20, but everyone else is going to be pitting, so he probably doesn't need to worry, as I've said. He's just hoping that this rain gets heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. And so on and so on and so on. And they must be thinking, why did the rain have to come now? Well, it did. Frisky on the rear of Vettel now, in the pouring rain. What are the performance of these tyres going to be like in these conditions? That's what I want to know. And Maddie is being passed by Heavy. Frisky Biscuit is past Vettel. I didn't get that. I do apologise. Frisky now in the top three, the podium. But Gippo, remember, he has penalty. AJB does not. Of course, these penalties will get added to the total race time at the end of the race. Gippo's went 19 laps on these mediums. Well, 18 and a bit, because he's not completed the 19th lap. Now, what will he do? Will he pit? Will he? Yes, he will. Oh, now did he cut the line there? I'm not sure, but we'll probably have to check. He's going to be pitting for inters. Wait. No, it's softs. He doesn't think it's going to rain any worse. This is very bold. And if this plays in his favour, it will be a spectacular victory. He is going to be going on softs. Medium softs. Boy, oh boy, is that some strategy. Will it pay off? He is 15 seconds behind the leader, but with the soft tyre advantage, more grip, more chances to get up and above all the other drivers. The chase is on. His first challenger is Vicky. And in fact, he nearly forgets to go up the gear. He's going to get right past him for 8th position. Nice move. That's one down. Many others to go. He is 4.5 seconds behind Nano. Back at the front. It's still drizzling out there. But is it bad enough to... bad enough to justify wet tyres? I don't think so, not yet anyway. It's a lot of speculation going on in the pit lane. They're thinking, is it going to rain? Is it going to rain? With these guys on worn tyres though, Jippo is going to try and exploit their weaknesses with these softs. He thinks he can go to the end on these. I'm not challenging him at all, but if there's a safety car, you know everyone's going to be pitting for the softs, or if it gets wetter, the inters. And Aero has pitted, which will take him up to 7th now. Gap, look at how much the gap's fallen. 3 seconds, well, 4 seconds in 1 lap between him and Nano Bacon. And there's a car off the track. It is Jonna. Jonna has spun at Esplanade. Actually, didn't know there was a walkway there, but now I know. And there's been a battle for 3rd position, and Heavy T has taken back 3rd position. And Jippo is past Nano Bacon. Sorry I missed that, but Jippo is on the charge. He's on a mission. He wants this win badly. Even though he started last place, even though he's using an unorthodox strategy, he is going for the win. As we see Haro and Vicky battle, and Haro takes 8th position. Jacob has pitted for softs. Josh gets a penalty for multiple warnings. It's not been his day. He started pole, but it's all gone wrong. Jonna has stopped for a new wing. Jacob has stopped for softs. It's getting very interesting. In fact, Nano Bacon wants that position back. He's going to try and make a move. Wait. He's let him through. Now, I think I know what happened. I think he might have made an illegal overtake, so he gave the position back. Very interesting. Is it raining heavier though? The weather, is it starting to feel worse? I think he's struggling. He's coming into the pits. Oh, he's got damage. That's why he's come in. He's got damage and his plans are ruined. How unfortunate. And he has to come in, and he's going to stop on medium tyres. He's only got 1 set of softs. Oh, what a disaster. He must have either collided with... And there's a change in the lead. And there's a change in the lead. Frisky Biscuit takes the lead. Jippo's chances of winning this race are gone. But Frisky Biscuit has now taken the lead with AJB in 2nd. But Heavy T's also there. Everyone's got 3 seconds of penalties, so it's level playing field, all on equal footing. The rain is getting worse. Are they going to pit? Doesn't look like they are. Gap starting to close down now between him, Heavy, and AJB. Oh, it looks like AJB cut the corner there. He's got to be careful now. Lap 23, 31. Gap starting to close down. The time is ticking away. It goes nowhere. It goes like wildfire. It just goes quick. And Nano is pit again. Is he? He's going to soft. Medium. He's serving his penalty. And going on new medium tyres. Vicky's went on inters. Now that's an interesting move. Is he starting to think it's getting worse out there? Josh takes 9th position. And there's a yellow sector. Is it? Heavy! Heavy's crashed into the wall! Oh, what a shame! So much happening in this race, late into it. This final quarter of the race has got very crazy indeed. Hello from Brazil, thank you. But that has ruined Heavy's race for sure. Oh, what could have been he'll be thinking about when he gets in. Vicky though, the oddball move on Inters. Does he think it's too dry for Inters? I'm not sure why it's still raining, but... Oh! An NRO has spun. It's not been his weekend aero now. Not the Shizou aero, the F10 aero. He's chasing down Josh for 9th. AJB's in the pits. He's going soft, surely, right? Or... Yeah, it's soft. Vettel in the pits for Inters! Inters! Matty also on Inters! What is going on? And the other drivers are thinking, what the heck? Inters? Is it Inter conditions? Doesn't look like it on my end, but what do I know? It is starting to get worse out there, to be honest. Look at the rain just tumble down. As Frisky has a 9-second cushion over Heavy. Heavy, who did crash, and NRO has a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. A big corner cut, he didn't even get warned. And then Alfred's also on Inters. Question is, are these guys in the pit as well? What is going on out there? Josh gets a penalty for multiple warnings. And whoa, look how Horo takes that very deep. NRO gets a nut. Is NRO just cutting corners for funsies? Won't check on it because it's not really an instant to note, but look at what's going on here. A chain for 6th. Look at how big it is. There's so many battles happening, and Arrow's going in the inside of Josh for 8th, and he's through. He's through. What is going on? Oh, the Inter runner's struggling. Oh, and Arrow's out. He's crashed in the pit lane. He's just went out in the pit lane. Matthias Vettel are struggling on the Inter tyres, and there's a... it's nothing about that. Arrow's just retired for the race, and Arrow's at the wall. And oh my goodness me, this is very dangerous. Surely, as he's been clipped again, and Josh takes back 9th position. Matty is struggling on the intermediate. Actually, no, wait. They're all struggling, no matter what tyre they're on. It's either too dry or too wet. Matty lets Josh and Arrow through, and oh my goodness, they are so close together. This is the worst time to be battling. The strategy's conflicting. Oh jeez, Arrow! Arrow slammed off, and now he's reset to track. That will be a penalty. You cannot do that. But my goodness, was that some battle, and now Josh going for Vettel's 6th place. It is an absolute cluster, whatever you say it. But it is mad, and Alpha's given up. No points for Renault. Today, Alpha, who finished 2nd place, will not be scoring here today. And Jippo going for 6th place, and he's in 6th place. Josh on very old hards right now. I'm surprised he hasn't pitted yet. My goodness me, this race gets crazier in the midfield. Josh now, Jippo now charging away. We've got 14 drivers left in this race. Rulo, of course, left the session and his car's still running. He did not retire from the race, so he'll not be counted in the standings. Jippo making a big charge, a late charge. But it's still raining. Is it going to stop? You see, AJB went on softs, and he's trying to get as close to Delta as he can. There's Delta. Heavy's pit on intermediates as well. Now, how fast are the intermediates? There's Jippo, who's half a second behind. I think the dry tires are still the way to go. Could be wrong, obviously, but check the timesheets if you can, please. Jippo into 5th. Despite that crash which cost him a pit stop, it's starting to fall into place for Jippo, is it? There's Nano Bacon, he's 4.5 seconds ahead of Jippo. Ella Delta are still the only driver without a penalty, but Frisky Biscuit currently leads by 17 seconds. And bar any mistake, it looks like he's got this. Oh, Vicky's left the session. Did he disconnect? Possibly. Now Aero is coming up to the 2 intermediate runners. Oh, they must be struggling there, Connaught. 2 Racing Point drivers against 2 intermediate tyre runners. Oh, it is just borderline conditions. You hate to see it as a driver. Oh, are they starting to struggle? Nobody knows what's going to go on. As Heavy T's pit again. Now, did he get damage? No, he just doesn't like them. No wing. No wing, but a change of soft tyres. It's not intermediate conditions. They're falling down the positions, Vettel and Madior. And they've got 2 Racing Points challenging him. Meanwhile, AJB's getting up close to Delta. He's got to be very careful not to make a mistake. Oh, DG! He's trying to do everything he can to stay on the track, but he almost spun at the float section. And it's a virtual safety car! Now, I don't know what's happened. Has someone had a wing damage? Oh! Aero has damage. Aero has aerodynamic damage. But the virtual safety car has slowed the pack down, and in fact, Delta is pitting. Delta is taking advantage of the virtual safety car. You know what? That's actually a good move. He'll likely lose only 1 position. Nano Bacon is coming round. He's got to be careful not to go over the Delta. Oh, Gippo! Gippo's also overtaken Delta. All these guys have to keep under the Delta. I'm surprised these 2 medium runner guys have yet to do anything. And Heavy T at Josh's pit. Josh's pit for... well, he's going to be at the end of the pit lane. Josh is going in for softs. I'm sure that's a new set. Haro now on the rear of Aero. He's on the inters though, so this will be interesting to see. But no, he can't get past the... Oh, wait, no! Arrow has actually let him through. Now, I'm not sure if that was an order. No, it probably was. He probably let him through because of the damage he has. It would slow them both down. Very good move from the team. So we now focus on DXT. Matty still on the rear of IRR. Three laps to go and Frisky has a 15-second lead. Even though AJB is on softs. Can he find a way to somehow get close to him? It looks against the odds, but you never know, anything can happen. Frisky still has to get through the laps. Ain't over till it's over. Don't think the gap's getting any lower. Frisky's close to victory here. Frisky Biscuit, who got a 7th in Bahrain. Looks like he's about to follow up with 16 points, taking him up to 20. But Gippo trying everything he can to get some more points. And if he stays in this position, he will retain his championship lead. He's got 8 points so far. I do believe the fastest lap is still up for grabs, and that is by Aero with 1:38.98. That is ridiculously quick. I don't think anyone's going to be beating that. Meanwhile, the Inter runners are chasing each other. It's kind of weird they're going on the Inters. The tyres that provide zero grip in the dry. Oh. Oh! He's getting close to Vettel. And Horo's also there. It's a freeway battle for 6th position. 6th position, that is 5 points. It is 16, 12, 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As I think it has for many years. As now Heavy is side by side with Aero, who stayed out despite the damage, and now Heavy up into 9th position on those softs. Inter runners still chasing each other as we are on board with Nano, who is 1.3 seconds behind AJB. Nano Bacon. In fact, Nano Bacon can get past, and there's a yellow flag in sector 3 is for Jacob Reaper, who is spun at the final part of the track. And he's going to have to pit. And there he goes. Inter runners still chasing each other. Jacob Reaper's given up. I mean, there's no point. He was way behind. And that's the end of his race. Frisky coming around the final corner to start the final lap of the race. He's built a big lead despite the changing conditions. To be fair, he started 11th, and you know what? Starting 11th using the... Oh, and there's another spinner there. Jonna had some problems at Anderson Bridge. And he's going to lose some time there, I think. Yeah, he's last of the current runners. We're going to have 12 finishers by the looks of it. Frisky Biscuit did start front of those who did not choose to start. And in fact, Gippo and Nano Bacon have got against each other, and Gippo is into third. The podium positions from the last 16 positions gained. What a performance from Gippo, even with an extra pit stop because he lost a bit of his wing. And guess what? He's going for AJB now. All three of these guys have got penalties up front. Can Gippo get there before the finish line? Frisky is almost there. These guys... Oh, it's still raining. It's still raining. And oh, Gippo's made a mistake, I think. Yes, he has. He's broken a bit of his wing, and it might cost him second place. AJB trying to hang on. Frisky coming through the final sections, but this is the battle we're paying attention on. Will AJB make it before Gippo gets there? Around the final few corners, Frisky Biscuit comes to the line and wins in Singapore. Fantastic performance from him. The fireworks start to launch, and there goes our budget. And AJB will hang on to second place. It will be third from last for Gippo. Fantastic performance from him. He is now on 26 points and still in the lead of the championship. The alternate strategy, the strategy started on mediums to hards, it has paid off big time for Frisky Biscuit. The fastest lap, and Joro gets 6. Joro gets 6 because he had less penalties than Matty and Vettel. Heavy T finishes 9th. Unless something crazy happens, it looks like that Aero will get the extra point for finishing with the fastest lap in the top 10. Josh has 18 seconds of penalties, and oh geez, that's one way to cross the finish line. He will score no points, and even if he started pole, it wasn't helping him. He just had a horrible race and will score nothing. But the inverse happened for Frisky. He started in the bottom 10, front of the bottom 10, and won the race with the strategy he chose. Gippo also with an amazing strategy. He went medium soft while he was supposed to, and then he had to pit again due to damage, and he got third. And there is Frisky Biscuit. Fantastic strategy from both Red Bull drivers today. That will take them up to 46 points in the constructors, and Gippo now on 26 points. That should put him, I believe it's 6 points ahead. It will be the 2 Red Bull drivers on top, if I am not mistaken. There are your final results. Aero gets the fastest lap and the extra point. He started 10th and finished 10th. Not a good day for anyone who started in the front row. Neither of them scored. Of course, AJB went up 1 position, but it was still a podium. Heavy Delta also getting up 10 positions. Very good work from him. We're going to get these guys in the booth and we'll have a little chat with them and see how they felt during the race and how they feel after the race. So we'll be back in a minute. can't get the guy. Couldn't get that AJB guy apparently. Right, hold on. I'm gonna get the interviews done in a minute. I need to get AJB because I can't apparently get him. Are we gonna get interviews or? Whoops! I dropped the. Sorry guys, I dropped the controller, and I accidentally clicked one of the buttons, and I went into career mode. Oops! We will not be doing career mode. I'll tell you right now. We have just finished this PSGL race. I can't exit. I do apologise, guys. We are going to get to the interviews.
Hello and welcome.
No, we're not doing this. We'll do F1. We'll do F2 someday, but for now we are doing. I thought I did give you one. Wait, I didn't send you an invite? I thought I did. I sent you an invite. Frisky Biscuit. That's what I sent you. Oh, it's a double underscore! I do apologize. Right, I thought it was a single. I'm gonna leave this party and start a new one. Alright, there we go. I thought we weren't going to get there. Didn't know it was a double underscore for Frisky Biscuit. Just one moment, I'm going to get Frisky Biscuit in and then we'll interview him.
No problem.
And then we should get Jippo. Hello. Right, there we go, got all the players in. Well, Frisky, you must be glad about that. You started top of those who did not finish in the top 10, and that strategy of medium and to hard definitely did pay off for you. You just needed the one stop to win today.
Oh man, I'm like over the moon with this because Singapore is not a strong track for me at all. I hate street circuits. And when the rain started coming down on the hards, there was no grip. It just kept getting worse, and the rear kept snapping on me. And to finish first in my second PSGL race is a mega achievement for me. So
yeah, it was pretty hectic. It was pretty hectic. The top two didn't score. You two Red Bulls went from out of the points to in of the points. It was a race full of everything. Drivers were losing wings left, right and centre and pitting again to get them replaced. But you managed to avoid that. You didn't even use the softs!
I don't like the softs at Singapore. They just die after three laps.
Just like Bahrain, but we were using the short track. But, you know...
Yeah.
It's completely right.
Me and... I'm not sure how you pronounce his game attack, whether it's Jippo or Gippo.
Yeah.
But we said before the race, if we can score some points today, then that'll be a major achievement for the pair of us, and we've come out of this with a double podium, so it's a big win for Red Bull as a whole, and we both enjoy the next track, which is Austria, I believe.
Yep, you two are now the top two in the leaderboard. Jippo 26, Frisky Biscuit 20. I believe your next closest opponent would be Nano Bacon, I think, with 18. Of course, Alfam did not score. He did not finish. Neither did Jacob. So it was not a good day for many of the others. And you are now on...
I'm expecting it to be...
pretty close. Alrighty.
I'm expecting it to be a lot closer as we go forward.
Yeah. Red Bull, your lead's getting very big now. You are now on 46 points.
I'll take that. I'm pretty sure my teammate will as well. After that's not liking Singapore, so
yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to calculate what the scores are in the championship. Of course, you had a big lead to begin with, but it's got a lot bigger. Alpha, who did not score, got a podium. I do believe Williams just got the Nano Bacon because, of course, George did not score. Nano Bacon now on 18. Williams now on 18, I should say. I cannot remember where the Mercedes finished, but it's not that much close to Nano. Not Nano. I keep calling them Nano, not Williams. But yeah, you've got a big lead. You've got more than double of anyone else. It's just been the dream start, would you think?
Oh, definitely. If we can keep this up for the rest of the season, then I think we'd have a shot at winning the Constructors, but there's still a fair amount of races to go. Anything can happen. Like some of the drivers that finished in the top 5 last week didn't finish today, so made the most of that with them not finishing, and we just go from here and try and get these wins and podiums, finishing the points, keep the points board ticking over.
Yeah. Yes, 10 rounds this season, so every point counts pretty much.
Definitely.
Well, congratulations on the win, and congratulations on making it to second place in the championship.
Cheers, fella.
Alright, moving on to AGB, who started third and went up one position to second. What was the race like for you?
First couple of laps, we're just trying to get as least damage as possible.
As always in Singapore.
Yeah. I did get wing damage off the second corner, but it was very slight, so I didn't need to pit for that, luckily. And then it was just focusing on my race, making sure that I don't cut any corners, get too many penalties, which I didn't, which was very key to my podium, I think.
Yeah, I noticed Vettel had a very good start off the line. You try to keep it as conservative as possible, which is probably the way to go. And then the safety car comes out. Well, virtual safety car. We didn't have a full safety car like the real race.
I know. Yeah, we did have a few virtual safety cars, which a few played into my hands and a few didn't, but oh well.
I think it was either you... Who was the guy that pitted during the last safety car? Was it you?
That was Delta in front of me.
Delta, I thought it was. Yeah, it was Delta, thank you, I've got it wrong. And I think he fell down the order. I think he might have had penalties. No, he didn't have penalties. He finished 5th. 4th, actually. I am corrected. Nano Bacon actually finished 5th. I thought he finished 4th. I do apologise. Must have been very difficult though, because it was raining, of course, in the latter parts of the race. I'm surprised. Some people were going on inters, some others going on softs, staying on softs and that. It was a hectic ending. Were you just sure that your drives were going to hold on to the end?
I was hoping so. The last 3-4 laps were definitely into conditions, but pitting at that late stage wouldn't have given me any bonus, so I tried to just hope and pray, be conservative on exit traction points and hopefully not spin.
Now, I've just been told, was DRS disabled during that end of the race?
I think so, yeah, the last 2 laps.
Wow, and you still stayed on the well, you couldn't really, because you'd lose a lot of time if you went into the pits, so...
Yeah, it was a tough decision.
Good move. Yeah, it was weird, but you managed to come out in second, so very good job. And that's your first points for Alfa Romeo. Of course, Red Dragon spun out and failed to score, so that puts you on 12 points in the constructors. How are you feeling about the constructors championship?
It's early stages at the minute.
Absolutely.
Both of me and Red Dragon can finish consistently in the points every race, so we could be high up by the end of the season.
Yeah, it is going to be some close battle in the midfield. Of course, we have Red Bull right at the top, as we've just discussed. We don't have Jippo yet. I'm not sure if he will be getting an interview. We will try and get him if we can. Jippo. Hold on there. Jippo can't do an interview. His son has just awakened. But it is 8:30 and he can't really sleep. It's getting very windy out here actually. It's probably what's got him kept awake. But yeah, you two guys will be racing in Austria, the rest of the field. How are you feeling about Austria?
It's one of my better tracks.
Yeah, very fast, very fun.
Yeah, high speed corners, good traction zones, first corner and third corner.
I love it.
If you count that little straight.
I think ever since it was rechristened as the Red Bull Ring, I think they should keep it on the calendar for life.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with that.
It was a shame when I mean I was watching reviews of F1 from the 70s and the Österreich ring. I kind of missed that, but you know, safety is of course the most important thing about Formula One today. Red Bull Ring it's pretty much its descendant. It's actually still really cool. But yeah, that's where it will be, the Red Bull Ring next week. I will just show you what that looks like, just in case you're unfamiliar with the track. We're not doing time trial, we're just showing the track. Which would be... can't find it. There it is, Spielberg, a 4.3 kilometer circuit. Very fast, 1 minute. Time's just over a minute. I mean, in my team mode, you could be doing under a minute, but these cars, I think you'd be best off with a minute 5, minute 4 times around the track. Probably one of the simplest circuits on the calendar. I'm going to be quite looking forward to it, but it's a better change from Singapore, of course, because Singapore, let's just not say it's one of my cups of tea. But you two guys, well done on your results today. Let's hope next week you can keep that momentum going coming into next race. But that will do it for the PSGL F10 broadcast. I hope you enjoyed this race. I probably need a glass of water considering everything that went on. But we will see you in Austria next week for the third race of 10. And until next week, I wish you a very good night.